live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Luwawu, and it's Forrest in at the 1. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
Pass to Petrushev. Here's Nedovic. There's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Simonic. Fade away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Ooh, I rushed that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Pass to Petrushev. Here's Nedovic. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Forrest. Drains it from 17 feet out.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that one. Second free throw, no good. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Simonic. Here's Forrest. Shot clock at 5. No good from outside. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Nedovic. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Nedovic has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the to Manecki. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
To the inside. Ball stolen. And here's the break. And here they go. And that one's good. Come on.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Nedovic. A tray. Buries it from three-point range. Nedovic has got 6.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Simonic. Here's Luwawu. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Down low. And it's Forrest with the rebound. Gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Pass to Manecki. Here's Luwawu. Gets a very good look and converts.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Nedovic. Here's Petrushev. He has yet to score. Pass to Bone Boy with his first shot attempt. Count that bucket.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
They set the pick. Kennedy's checked in for Nedovic.
First team. Substitution on the court.
To Simonic. Howard with it. Here's Manecki. Pocket 6. Now here's Howard. Lets it go with the 3. No good on the shot. Gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Kalinic. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bone Boy. A 3-ball. And it's Simonic with the rebound. Gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Forrest. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. 44% overall here in the first quarter. Pass to Cannon. Fires the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Llewellyn. He has 7. Here's Monecki. Cannon with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Petrushev. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic takes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. No good for Bollenboy. Bollenboy's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Forrest. He's got 6. Yes, that goes in. Forrest has got 8 points.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Cannon. Pass to Petrushev. Here's Bollenboy. And feet out. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bollenboy's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Here's Forrest. 8 points for him. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Chipped away, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys. Substitutions here. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Cannon, still without a basket. Pass to Nedovic. Bangs home the trifecta.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. And here is Howard. From the line. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Here's Medvedev. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Cannon. Here's Mitrovic. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Take break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. They play the clock right, they go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Cannon. Nothing on the board. Here's Medvedev. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Pass to Howard. Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So at the end of 1 quarter to play, still a close game. They're up by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 1. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
6 changes of the lead here.
Both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's Cannon. Still scoreless. They set the pick, and they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Pass to Howard. Lets it go from 11. That one doesn't drop. They're going to do some 44% clip here. Cannon, the pass to Medvedev. To the middle. Here's Mitrovic. Off target at the rim. With confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Baldwin. Six on the shot clock. Cannon with the rebound. Pass to Nedovic. In the hoop for his fourth field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Misses the baby hook. Pass to Cannon. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Nedovic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
And the shot goes down.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Here's Cannon. Hasn't made one yet. Lets the 3 fly. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Baldwin, picked away. Here's Hall. Shot clock at 6. Here's Howard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Nedovic. Hits some arc, and he sinks the layup. Nedovic has got 16.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Baldwin. And here is Howard. Fires for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. 8 points for him.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Nedovic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Baldwin. From the top of the key, Cannon with the rebound.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off. Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Here's Nedovic. He's got 16. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So it's the visitors now. Here's Forrest. He's got 8. Pass to Monecki. Over to the wing.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Forrest. Here's Llewellyn. 6 to shoot. Pass to Forrest. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Forrest has got 10 points.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Cannon looking over the floor. A three-pointer, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Pass to Forrest. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Nedovic is checked in for Cannon.
1 shot.
And so here's the home team. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Petrushev. Here's Nedovic. 16 points for him. To the inside. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here's the fast break. Finished off the break.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Forrest passes to Simanic. Here's Llewellyn. He has 7 inside. And that one's good. Simanic has got his second bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Monecki. No scoring in this one. Jacks up a 3, and the 3 ball is good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Nedovic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Lets a floater go. Rebounded by Monecki. Monecki's got his 5th rebound in this one. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 3. Here's Forrest. And Nedovic pulls it down.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
1:02 left here in the second. Top of the key. Drained for 2 points. 50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Manecki. Down low. Got a piece of it. Sedekirski's. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. One falls for. That one is easily goes 1 for 2. Gone 7 of 13 for the field since the start of the second. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
First team foul.
Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. 6-second difference between shot and game goal. Pass to Luwawu. And the layup is good. Luwawu's got 9.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
With 1 on the clock, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
Come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
Third team foul. Leach. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Monecki. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Monecki's got 6.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Luavu, and it's Samanic in at the 5, roaming the paint. For the 3, sinks the triple. 10 points for him.
But we'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Samanic. Here's Luavu. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
From deep three-point land. Can't hit that one.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Here's Monecki, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Shooting for the away team. At the line for one.
Monecki's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Nedovic. 16 points for him. Six on the shot clock. To the inside. Petrushev. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. To Samanic. Here's Forrest. There's a good screen. Buries the long-range jumper. Forrest has got 16.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Drives to the hoop. Here's Nedovic. Knocks down the 3-ball. Nedovic has got 19 points.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
So it's the visitors now, leading by 5. That's to Luavu. Here's Monecki. Here's Forrest. Off target from three-point range. Gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Launches it. Rebounded by Monecki. Thing has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Luavu. 9 points in the game so far. Lock at 6. Here's Forrest. He's off from 17 feet.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Misses from short range. Pass to Samanic from the arc. Rebounded by Bolomboy. Bolomboy's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nedovic, the pass to Petrushev. Here's the three. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Simonic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the away team, Lucas taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Floats one. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Manecki. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. This is his second attempt at the line tonight. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Howard. Here's Manecki. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3. A nice shot by Howard. Howard's got 7.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Cannon. Still yet to score. Shot clock at 6. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot.
Pass to Manecki. Out left to the wing. Here's Llewellyn. Releases. Manecki misses.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Here's Nedovic. Here's Petrushev. Brings it up off the glass. He's got 7.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamental.
Pass to Manecki. Here's Llewellyn. 9 points in the game so far. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play. Getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Pass to Teodosic. A three-pointer off the mark.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Here's Baldwin. Here's Howard. Money from the wing. Howard's got 9 points.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Cannon, the pass to Petrushev. Pass to Teodosic. Teardrop shot. Cannon from long range. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Howard kicks to Baldwin. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
For the away team. Baldwin. 2 shots.
Shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. Here's Teodosic. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Cannon. Looking to end the run. That shot, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Baldwin. There's the pick. Here's Hall. 5 to shoot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
That one misses. Here's Hall. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Free throw, no good. He's good on the second. 1:29 left in the third. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Howard. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Brown. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, but plenty of time to get back in.
Can't hit. Doing it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Howard, the pass to Baldwin. Offline with his three. Doing it well here in the third, about 50%. Teodosic kicks to Cannon. Now here's Brown. T right on him. Like at 6. Here's Teodosic driving to the basket. Shot up to him. Seconds separate the shot clock and game. Baldwin looking for the opening. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Teodosic. Fires the three. It's good from long range. Teodosic has got 6 points. And we've reached the end of the third. Leading by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second. But join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Teodosic. Pass to Cannon. Brown, right side.
Away team foul. Third personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Howard. From past the arc. Teodosic grabs the miss. 51% from the field. They'll take them. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Hall. Hall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. Here's Teodosic. Pass to Cannon. Now here's Brown. Here's Teodosic. His 3-pointers off the mark. 51% from the field. They'll take that. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. 18 feet out. Baldwin can't get it to go. Baldwin's gone 1 of 4 so far. Pass to Brown. Here's Cannon. Now Brown. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Teodosic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul, second team foul. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of the shots. Gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Now here's Hunt. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. Pass to Cannon. Got a piece of it. And they're running, trying to get something going. Howard's shot is good.
And finally, someone scored.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best ones are the ugly ones.
Cannon, the basketball. Pass to Teodosic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Now Howard. They set the pick. Hit the shot. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Cannon. Pass to Teodosic. Back to Cannon. To tie it up. Cranes the three-pointer. Cannon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for your home team, Cannon. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Llewellyn. Pass to Forrest. To the middle. The layup off target. Down low. Bollenboy kicks to Cannon. Here's Bollenboy. 6 to shoot. Cannon, the pass to Bollenboy to take the lead. The rebound by Luwawu. Hitting straight 49% from the field. To the right side. Here's Forrest. Inside. Here's Howard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Howard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Cannon. There's the triple. Traps in the tray.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Pass to Monecki. Now here's Howard. Nedovic is checked in for Cannon.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
To Simonic. Here's Luwawu. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 19. And it's Simonic missing. Gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Nedovic. Going inside, and the layup's good off the glass. Nedovic has got 23 points.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Here's Forrest. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is good.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
And so here's the home team. Pass to Bollenboy. Here's Nedovic. Takes the 3. And it's Forrest with the rebound. Here's Luwawu. Here's Forrest. Here's Monecki. Petrushev with the rebound. Petrushev's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Nedovic. Good on the baseline jam.
A nice play call there. Down the stretch, giving him the open look.
And late in games, throw out those analytics. Give me the mid-range. The shot, it just works.
Here's Monecki. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Monecki's got 11 in the second half. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Luwawu.
2 in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Forrest. At the teardrop. good, and that gives them the lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a two-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
He takes it in. It's good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Luau. Pass to Manecki. Here's Forrest. Out to the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them a lead.
And he uses the glass on the way. 19 points in the game. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
In the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Luwawu. Sedikurskis nails the triple.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Dropped. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. They're on cloud nine.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
by Jason Kidd. Does clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot!
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Pass to Forrest. There's a screen. Oh, missed it. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Lets it go from the wing. Petrushev. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Pass to Manecki.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Yeah, way to stand your ground. Had his feet set, took the hit, and got the call. That is a rugged defensive play.
They've got Luavu and it's Samanic in at the 5 spot. Here's Nedovic. Here's Petrushev. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Here's Samanic. Here's Luavu. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Bolenboy. Bolenboy's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Nedovic. Here's Petrushev. Here's Nedovic. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting for the away team. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. We play just over a minute here in OT. Pass to Bolenboy. To the left side wing. Here's Nedovic. Puts it up from 12. To the left wing. Here's Petrushev. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Petrushev's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Luavu. Pass to Samanic. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Manecki. No good on the 3. Gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation. Bolenboy passes to Petrushev. The rebound by Luavu. Being 49% on the game. I'll take that. Pass to Manecki. Here's Forrest. To the inside. Kalinic. Good on the triple.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. There's the pick. There's the 3. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you. Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2. 0.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Here's Llewellyn.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Third personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the away team. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that makes it a 1-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Here's the screen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your home team. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 5-point game. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. To Manecki. Here's Llewellyn. Here's Forrest. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Llewellyn. Rebounded by Bowling Boy. And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul, third team foul. At the line for your home team. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. It's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
For three. That shot off.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so they get the victory here at home. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
They probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the ultimate factor?
Just playing defense. Our defense turned into offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just found our way back into the game.
Yeah, you hung in there and were able to come back and overcome the deficit. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. Now it's time for our player of the game.